I'm speaking to you straight from Baku, Azerbaijan, on what should be the last day of COP29. But so far, there seems to be no real material outcomes on various negotiation tracks, most of all and most disappointingly on the new Collective Quantified Goal on climate finance. As of 21st November, countries received a new text from the COP29 Presidency of Azerbaijan. The text provided two main options for goal formulation and was supposed to be a streamlined version and a compilation of the various input texts that had preceded this, as well as based on various consultations held in the ministerial week. It was option number one that developing countries found better relative to the two. It echoed some of the demands that have been made by the G77 and China bloc, but option number two, focusing more on an investment goal and on the private sector involvement, was far from what has been demanded by developing countries. At the plenary, in response to this new 10-page text, it was a very clear divergence of opinion between the developing and the developed country groups. Developing countries said that they can work with this text going forward, but all of them unanimously pointed out the glaring omission of a quantum or a figure for the actual amount of the new goal. From the beginning of NCQG proceedings at COP29, developing countries have been clear in their ask for 1.3 trillion as the figure for the new goal, and they have continued to say that this needs to be the headline outcome that comes out of this year's COP. At about 3 o'clock today, the new, much-awaited text on the new Collective Quantified Goal on climate finance has finally arrived. It is a 5-page iteration this time, and it does feature a quantum, a figure for the quantum, but developing countries and CSO observers alike are deeply disappointed with the numbers that have been put on the table. Though the text mentions 1.3 trillion as a figure that all actors must collectively come together to try and scale up and actualize, we believe that this goes against what the mandate of the NCQG has been understood as a goal of climate finance for money to flow from developed to developing nations. On the specific provision component, the figure that has been put forward is abysmally low. It is a whopping 250 billion per year alone, which is hardly a step up from the erstwhile 100 billion commitment. Whether this is actually going to meet the needs of countries that need it the most in the time that is needed, which is now, remains to be seen. This is far too low, far too late, and this cannot be the outcome that COP29 ends with. But at this moment, that's what it seems to be.